my people, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be looking at latest transfer happening. You know, we've not talked about transfer for a very long time now. So many things have happened in the transfer market that we've not talked about. You know, some hijacks happened, some inquiries, some clubs rejected offers. So that is what we are here now to discuss about. So let's start from what happened between Chelsea, Sunderland and Xhaka. You know, Chelsea appreciates Xhaka. You know that Xhaka have worked with Xabi Alonso in Bayer Leverkusen, and Xabi Alonso is now the new manager of Chelsea FC. So he decided to go and get his man again to work with him. So we are starting from what we think that Xhaka will offer to this Chelsea team. So personally, I think Xhaka will offer this Chelsea team what is called leadership. At first, I kicked against that transfer, but later on, I understand why Xhaka want to go and get, why Xabi Alonso want to go and get Xhaka to come and play for Chelsea. Xhaka will offer Chelsea that team leadership. You know, Chelsea, that's what Chelsea is missing right now. They don't have that player that will be on the pitch and talk to other players when match or maybe when something is going wrong. So I think that's the reason why they are going for Xhaka. So let's continue with the conversation. Chelsea have also sent a bid worth £8 million to Sunderland, which they rejected instantly, saying that they don't want to sell. Their stand is that they don't want to sell the player. It's not just like maybe they wanted more or they want Chelsea to bring more money. They said they don't want to sell. And I understand their own stand too, because they just signed Xhaka, having been relegated from the championship to the Premier League. So they just signed the guy, and the guy has been offering them a lot in their team. And they also qualified for European tournament, so they will need him to be in that team in order to do well in that Euro. So the report also came that Chelsea are still preparing for another bid to send to them. Maybe they want to consider offer. But important something in that deal is that Xhaka want to move. Xhaka want to go to Chelsea and play for them. So that is that for Xhaka. But yet we've not heard anything about Xhaka and Chelsea again. Maybe Chelsea are still doing their background checks to know if they will return with another bid or not. So secondly is Aston Villa, Arsenal and Rogers. A report came out yesterday that Aston Villa values Rogers at £130 million. You know, one thing that everything is doing now is if you ask anybody about players, they will be using the valuation of Manchester City and Nottingham Forest. That's the £116 million being spent on Anderson. They will be using it to judge you, saying that you have to overpay. You know, that's what is determining market price right now, and I think it will affect a lot. It will affect a lot because I don't see Morgan Rogers as a player that is worth £130 million. No, it's too much for somebody like Morgan Rogers. So I don't know if Arsenal want to proceed with the deal or maybe they want to stay back and look for another alternative. There is also a report that I saw that Arsenal are considering going for Bracola. That's if they cannot get Rogers. You know, but then that is by the way. Also concerning the deal of Yan Diamonde, PSG and Liverpool. Yan Diamonde have came out to say that yes, he wants to go to PSG. He prefers to play for PSG other than Liverpool. Reason is because he wants to win trophies. But then Leipzig is saying that the guy will not be nothing less than £140 million. I don't know how possible they want to do it. You know, I don't know how they want to achieve that amount from Yan Diamonde. I believe that we all have seen him play in the World Cup, yes. Because I know many of us are not watching him in that Bundesliga with Leipzig. But the one we've seen so far, did you think that this Yan Diamonde is worth £140 million or not? So let me know in the comment section. Please, as you are watching this video, do well to subscribe to my channel so that you can be seeing my update. Thank you very much. Another one that happened, that's the latest now. The latest transfer that has happened is Spurs, that's Tottenham FC, hijacking the deal of Matheus Fernandes from Manchester United. Now, I want to state to you what happened in that day between Manchester United, Tottenham, and Matheus Fernandes. Yes. Now, listen attentively. When West Ham is being relegated to the championship, they said that they can only collect nothing less than £85 million from any team that wants to get that their boy, Matheus Fernandes. Arsenal was interested at initial stage, but at the point they said no, the amount that West Ham got for them is too much. They are not interested again. So Man U became the frontliner of that deal before Tottenham even start considering to know if they will go for him. So Man U, I think Man U tried negotiating now, but they couldn't get him for that thing, any amount less than that amount that West Ham wants. West Ham said that if you don't have the money, they are not selling to you. But I was wondering at the point how they want to achieve it, because they were supposed to balance their book with UEFA, that's Premier League, yesterday being 30th of June. So a news came out yesterday from nowhere. We just started hearing that Tottenham have agreed a deal with West Ham, that Tottenham paid the £85 million. So as I'm talking to you now, Matheus Fernandes is a player of Tottenham FC. So congratulations to him. But one thing I understand about this player is that they don't really have preference of a club that they want to play for. Most of them, their own is they just want to play for big team. So as I'm talking to you now, Tottenham just signed Matheus Fernandes for 85 million pounds yesterday. So these are the list of the things that have happened in the transfer window so far in the last 48 to 24 hours. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Please do well to subscribe to this channel. See you next time. Thank you.